A very warm welcome into the Brixton Recreation Centre for our second game of the day here at the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024. It's finals day, presented by the Hoopsfix Foundation. It's the 7-8 men's game. It's our first men's matchup, and it is TMB, the minimum brand, taking on the OT Boyz. TMB, they're in the red uniforms. OT Boyz are in the black uniforms. And again, in case this is your first time with us, or you're watching back in several months' time and you forgot how this works, the clock's going to stay running. They're going to shoot one free throw for the total foul value, and the clock will be regulation fever time for the final 2 minutes of play. So you are caught up to date. The story of these two sides. Minimum brand, they finished the regular season with a 1-2 record. The OT Boyz actually finished with a 2-1 record in the highly competitive Pool A, and have found themselves in this 7-8 matchup. But like I said earlier, this is going to be a banger. Don't you worry about that. Darren Port alongside Michael Hansen-Morris on the call. And the tip goes the way of the OT Boyz. Luke Busumbru taking over the timeline for the first time. James Claar just off the mark from outside as that's been turned over. Kai Walker dumps off inside, and Nsangu fouled in the act of shooting. Fouled by number 5, Carey, who I was super impressed with last week. Just all energy, doing a bit of everything as the tunes are going in the arena. Nsangu puts it down, 1 for 2. Scoring is open. Eynon, glad to see him on the floor. As a long two's just off the mark left. That was Jordan Gray. He's had a great tournament for me, Jordan Gray. As Kai Walker driving through, tries to dump it off inside, but a travel is the call.
Yeah, and again, both teams would say take some time knowing each other, but these two teams, a lot of people know each other, played a lot of Division 1 basketball as well, Worthing, Essex in particular. So it should be a fun matchup, and definitely not one we probably would have predicted with the 7-8 game.
I wouldn't say so. Carey a little bit deep with the triple attempt, of course, played pro in Ireland this year as Nsangu slams it home.
Euro step power dunk.
Absolutely filthy stuff as Jake Eynon. In and out, 3, no good. Strong on that dump-off pass. Luke Busumbru, though, steals it back, driving through, elevates, and finish.
Yeah, and Luke Busumbru, such experience, but what's really been impressive is he's developed a three-point game as well, which has given him driving lanes.
Great finish by Jordan Gray. Sorry, just had to credit that. Beautiful reverse underneath. Busumbru. Easy 3 for him. Makes it look easy anyway. Had a hand in his face.
Exactly what I just said. He's got that three-point game. He's really added to it, and that has opened up his ability to get to the rim. It's really nice, and he's going to be a strong force indeed. 1.
Oh my goodness! Abi Adedo jamming it home. It's early. Nobody tell these boys. Absolutely bringing the heat here in Brixton. Gets his way inside, battered away. Carey, though, fouled him. And that's going to be a 1 for 2. Second personal foul on Carey, second team foul on the minimum brand. They've got 2 on the bench. Just 1 on the bench for the OT Boyz today. TJ Hibbert. No good on the freebie. Jordan Gray, drive, kicks. Eynon, step back, long 2 into the hands of Busumbru.
And I believe I've seen him get mic'd up as well, so we'll get some behind the scenes from him. Obviously, he missed the first couple of weeks out with just rehabbing an injury, but nice to see him back on the floor.
Dropped off inside, lefty finish, can't go, gets his own rebound. Nsangu battling away. That's going to be a foul called on 10. Just wait for confirmation. Yep, 10 red with the foul, Abi Adedo. And that's going to send Nsangu to the charity stripe.
Yeah, and again, nice physical post move. We saw that in game one, just trying to use contact to create some separation to go up, and that time drew the contact but couldn't make the shot.
Carey with the rebound. Three ball from the outside, sinks it Tola Okiki. We've been watching him do that for a long while, it feels like. That's Busumbru battling his way inside. Pass off, another pass inside. Ooh, three in the key.
Rare but fair.
Oh, rare but fair.
And I thought, to be honest, Nsangu was just going to go up and try and hammer another one home on the initial drop pass. Maybe that just slight bit of hesitation cost him a chance.
Kick back outside, Carey. Trying to get the separation. Oh, that's a great find to Okiki. Okiki, step back. Just short on Busumbru as OT Boyz have reinforcements, as that's a great drive and a rejection. Carey though. And if that's Carey, it is Carey. That's his third personal, so he's going to take a breather. Mathew Disu checking into the contest, as is Korry Callum.
I think Carey's been watching too much Joel Embiid.
Certainly been active. So that's good for two. Luke Busumbru. A good drive. A little too strong in the finish, though he was fouled. Took a while, that whistle. Called on Kai Walker.
But yeah, Jordan Gray again, just a change of pace and that slight hesitation just to keep the rhythm of defence off balance, and what allowed him to create a bit of separation is he gets the lovely roll on the free throw.
Very favourable roll. I think I've tried to say it a couple of times, Corey Samuel is in the building for the OT Boyz, so their bench is now up to 2, as that's a skip pass over the top. 3 ball is just off the mark left from Elliott Dadds. Abi Adedo skipping his way over the timeline to the corner. Korry Callum driving inside, head of steam. Get off the track with the train coming through to the stripe for 2.
And Nsangu was lining that up to try, and I think he thought initially Korry was going to try and put one down for the poster, but he lined it up, but got all the body. Good work by Callum, just to, again, change the rhythm, change the angle, and make it really difficult for the shot blocker.
And he gets the finish from the charity stripe. Nsangu with the foul. That's a good drive. Can get the finish, bat it around. Kai Walker bats it to himself and puts it home. Abi Adedo, oh, fakes him out. Couldn't get the finish though. That's tough, that was a good move. Nsangu again! Grown man slam the assist. Luke Busumbru.
Go up with power and no one is going to stop him.
Absolutely not, as that was halfway down and then some. Didn't go though for Jordan Gray. As Busumbru elevates, Nsangu gets the rebound. And on the second attempt puts it down. I like that defense from Korry Callum, just stayed completely still and vertical. It's legal and it really put off Nsangu initially at least. Gray kicks to the corner, Callum 3 ball. Oh, that is boneless.
Yeah, and obviously Korry Callum's been around, veteran, played in the BBL back in the day for Surrey, I believe it was Surrey United back in the day. Feels like forever ago, but he's still always had that 3-point shot.
So that is short, and it will go the way of the minimum brand, aka TMB. Is Nsangu taking a break. TJ Hibbert checking into the ball game.
Yeah, Hibbert had a huge season for Essex in Division 3, I believe, part of the team that went undefeated to win the championship, earned their right into D2 next year. We'll play with some of these players from Bristol and others in the league.
They were brilliant this year, Essex. They really were in D3. As Kai Walker putting on the Jets. Couldn't get the finish. James Claar makes absolutely no mistakes. Eynon on the outside. Some good ball movement around the horn. Oh, Mathew Disu to catch and shoot just off the mark. That was an appreciative R. I'd just like to make that clear as Busumbru on the outside. Driving in. Lovely finish off the glass.
Yeah, and again, Busumbru just trying to pick the right matchup. He's got the little bit of a bigger body. He likes that matchup with Eynon. We saw that in D1 as well, so comfortable for him.
Abi Adedo from the charity stripe just pulls up, puts it down. Beautiful finish.
Yeah, and it's the one time really we've not seen the OT Boyz try and push tempo. Just Busumbru just trying to slow it up, use a lot of the shot clock here with a small differential, just slow it down. But they've been really impressive in transition, just trying to create some stuff early on.
Busumbru with the powerful skip pass.
Called a shot clock.
Was that the call? Eynon gets it in bounds. That would have been something very special. At the end of one, the score is 16-21. The OT Boyz leading it over TMB. We'll be back in 1 minute's time. You're watching Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024. You're back with us in the Brixton Recreation Centre Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024, presented by the Hoopsfix Foundation. Head over to hoopsfixfoundation.org to follow what their great work they are doing at the foundation, as that's a lovely drive inside, though a little bit too strong on the finish from Gray. Elliott Dadds finds Hibbert. Claar. Really solid defense there, Mathew Disu. TJ Hibbert kicks. Kai Walker thought about the shot, puts it up this time, no good. And that's going to be TMB ball. Rejection by Claar. Mathew Disu it was, trying to elevate, going the other way. Claar puts it down. No worries that time.
Huge rejection, and then just goes, I've got a clear room, confidence to put the ball on the deck. That's obviously something we've seen the game developing with Biggs happy to dribble, but huge by Claar to go down the other end and keep the scoreboard ticking.
Korry Callum had a go from outside. That's Corey Samuel in the game for the first time. Hibbert steps through a lot of contact. I think it was all on the ball, to be fair. Puts it down for two.
Yeah, I think it was completely all ball, but really tough to finish when you've got the ball kind of trying to be ripped away. So really strong and really starting to pull away the OT Boyz.
Tola Okiki didn't look super comfortable with that three-point attempt, and it didn't go. Kai Walker now picking up the other side. OT Boyz in the lead. And that lead is extended. And James Claar thought about staying out, didn't it? So, basket is not good. It was a foul called on 12. That's TJ Hibbert, and that's going to be one shot. It's going to be worth 2. Hibbert takes a seat. He is replaced by Tychique Nsangu. Kai Walker getting back on terms. He's got some defending to do. Carey fading away. Just a little bit too short, front rims it. Korry Samuel. Elliott Dadds wanted it. He got it. Nsangu. Oh, mismatch. Doesn't use it that time. Goes for the pass instead. Kai Walker's triple attempt. Too strong. Kai Walker elevates. Finishes. It's good.
I'm going to make a prediction. That's not what Dadds was thinking with the pass, but it worked.
It did work as Korry Callum taking the 2 points back the other way. I tell you what, that was a really laboured basket for the OT Boyz, whereas TMB sprint straight up the floor and finish. Stays out for James Claar.
Yeah, got the one a couple of minutes ago that went in. That one almost the same, but that time not quite the roll.
Oh, Mathew Disu couldn't finish. Dadds. Triple is short. Korry Callum kicks it the length of the floor to Carey. Carey trying to spin his way inside. Drops it back. Oh, Tola Okiki, high finish off the glass. Couldn't go. Someone got all ball that time. Stays out. And a rejection by Claar, but a foul. I think that's going to go on Kai Walker. No, it does not. It goes on Korry's.
Yeah, Korry Samuels, I think they called it on. I think the first block was all ball by Korry Samuels, and then second time got a foul. Trying to, not someone you see necessarily generally defending around the rim, but has definitely developed into one of the better perimeter defenders in the BBL level with the Bristol Flyers. Done a huge job for Andreas and his side. Obviously, they're back in ENBL as well next year, and it's great to see that kind of pathway go through.
Kai Walker has it in the corner, sends it inside, and Nsangu. Foul by Jake Eynon.
And Carey knows, he just shakes his head, look at disgust. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have to come sit. I don't really want to foul out in the first half of a Summer League game.
No good on the step back, long two from Nsangu. 18 plays 30. There's Adedo. Oh, rejected by Nsangu. Samuels picked up that batted pass. Busumbru from the elbow, no good. Disu driving up the floor, but it's great. Oh, huge rejection. But I need to not get too excited because there's a foul in there.
Is there? They're going to talk it over. I don't know if it was an accidental whistle. I thought I heard a little bit of a whistle, but they're going to, yeah, indeed, they're going to call it clean.
Oh. Well, I can get animated then. What a rejection.
But let's just say, good job to the referees as well. Just wanted to talk it over, made sure they gave the right call.
Triple off the mark left from Korry Samuels. Eynon has shooters in the corner. Tola Okiki sees the shooter. That was tipped by Busumbru. Screen set, long triple. Mathew Disu puts it down, boneless.
Yeah, and huge for the minimum brand. Really slow start to the quarter, just 2 points before that in the opening 6 minutes. So, again, we've seen it in the Pro-Am. We've had scoreless droughts in a lot of games this summer, so not completely out of it, but they do need to start ticking over.
Was asking a little bit much of Korry Samuels there. And a timeout has been called by the OT Boyz. They've called time. They are up 21-30 with 3:52 to play in the period. We're going to stay with you. That's quite all right.
Yeah, and I think smart timeout there. Like, they're just trying to do too much with it. Almost like they're trying to push for that extra pass. Like Kai Walker there doesn't need to go behind the back. Just make the simple pass. Don't turn it over. And I think it's really smart just to slow themselves down, and they're in a comfortable position early on, but we know how quickly these games can change.
Exactly. I was just thinking that. It's only a 9-point advantage, and I mean, they've only scored the 9 points in the period. They had 21 in the first, so that's where I'm coming from with that. I take what you're saying about TMB. They haven't been scoring particularly well in this period, but neither really have the OT Boyz. So both sides being held a little bit, stuttering a little bit. And like you say, I think OT Boyz, they're just trying to do a little bit too much. If they return to the simple stuff, might be light for them.
Yeah, and again, plenty of time, plenty of talent on the floor as well. And it only needs one person to get hot for a couple of minutes and they can really get going. And Jake, one of those that you expect to make some shots.
Eynon, stays out. We thought that was going back down. Tychique Nsangu pulls down the rebound. Busumbru drops it inside, down low. Lovely finish, Claar.
Yeah, and again, good lead pass by Busumbru, trying to push ahead. He's had one of the better games early on.
That was very, very nearly. Great bit of play.
And again, how quick they got the ball in, able to push down the floor. And
Samuels from the corner, the 3-ball just short. And Nsangu puts it back.
But that's that push, and Samuel did toe the line, but again, the right idea, really just trying to push the ball down the floor. And again, Nsangu's had a really strong performance.
Abi Adedo, he can let it go from outside, sends it into Disu, puts it down. Nice finish. Everybody, it seems, calling for a travel. Not coming their way as Busumbru. Lefty finish. Stays out on him. Kicked up the floor to Disu. He's got runners with him. Finds Tola Okiki. Okiki didn't fancy going into the land of the Giants that first time. Step back, 3-ball. Oh, that is good. And Tola Okiki. And it's chipping away at this lead. 26 plays 32. Korry Samuels, calm, collected. Great find to the corner, 3-ball. Claar can't finish. Korry Samuels elevates. Denied twice. Abi Adedo had something to say. You're not stopping that. Elliott Dadds sinks it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and we've seen Elliott Dadds' experience. Obviously, another huge season at Solent.
Tola Okiki not able to get it straight back. As Claar elevates it for Nsangu, who is fouled by Mathew Disu in the act of shooting.
Yeah, and Nsangu, probably one of the lesser known players at the Pro-Am. I believe he was mostly part of the D3 roster at Essex, not 100% sure on that, but again, just such an athletic big, and we've seen him use his body well, not be afraid of contact.
A little bit too strong, and absolutely, he doesn't fit anyone or anything in this contest. He's got 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting, including a couple of absolute grown man finishes.
Yeah, and I think maybe the one disappointment for him is the free throws, like, especially where 1 versus 2, they can really add up the misses. As good out of bounds play, and thought Samuels had nearly made a great rejection, but will get called for the foul underneath.
Korry Samuels sends him to the stripe, him, of course, being Mathew Disu. And it goes to 1 for 2 into the final minute already of this first half. Today already flying by finals day, as Eynon pulls down the rebound. He's looking up the floor. Gives it to Gray. Just off the mark, right. 21 seconds left on the clock. Busumbru. I think he just wants that final shot. To take Gray off the dribble. Kicks to the corner, Dadds, triple. Off the mark, Samuels battling away. Sends it to the corner. Eynon not able to get the shot off in time, and that is going to do it at the end of the first half. It's 28-37. OT Boyz lead TMB, the minimum brand. After 20 minutes of play here, you're watching finals day from the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024. We'll be back in 2 minutes' time for Mikey's take and, of course, your stat leaders from the first half. Don't go anywhere. Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024 brought to you by the Hoopsfix Foundation. Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League continues. This is our second game of finals day. OT Boyz, they're leading it 37-28 over the minimum brand. Tychique Nsangu leads all scorers. He's got 10. Mathew Disu and Korry Callum leading the way with 7 apiece for the minimum brand. And it is Nsangu in possession right now. Kicks it to the top. Kyle Walker, no good from the foul stripe. There is a foul in there. Offensive foul called on 3, James Claar. Mikey.
Yeah, and obviously minimum brand really pushed tempo in that first half, but what was probably impressive is the ball movement for them. They really got good looks. And it's a rare bad shot selection by Walker that time, but that's what's given them the lead. But we know there's enough talent on this minimum brand team to come back into this game.
Goes for the tough lefty finish. Batted away. Oh, Kai Walker! That was a little bit special.
What do we call that, a 180?
Something like that. Abi Adedo from the outside, just short. Illias Taiwo is into the game. He's wearing 12 for the team in the red uniforms. TMB. A little bit too strong, Illias Taiwo. Can't get the rebound. Busumbru. Still Busumbru fouled. That's Abi Adedo. I make that his second personal. First team foul. He's going to go to the line, 1 for 2 from Busumbru. Doesn't go, stays on 9 points personal. Gets it back. Oh, that's been batted out of his hands by Illias Taiwo. Jake Eynon inside to Abi Adedo. Kicks to the corner. 3 ball is on the way. Too strong, though, that time from Jordan Gray. So I like that play from TMB. What does Kai Walker have? Drops it inside to Tychique Nsangu. That's his 3rd slam of the contest.
Yeah, but again, all comes off ball movement, led by Busumbru.
Jordan Gray drives, generating contact, kick to the corner. Wants it himself, just short. To the hands of Dadds, who kicked it forward. James Claar has it stripped, illegally so, by Abi Adedo.
It was like no more highlights, because I think Claar had one thing in his mind and one thing only, and it was not good intentions.
Oh, not at all. The 1 for 2 is good. 11 points personal for Claar, 9 rebounds in the contest. Eynon. Drive inside, batted away, Elliott Dadds. Denied, Tola Okiki. Oh, Jake Eynon though. Oh, trying to pick it in transition. Kai Walker! Oh, it goes.
I don't know how it went. That was not the most clean jam you'll ever see, but again, points is points.
Points is points. Some of the laws of physics. As that's back outside. Tola Okiki, a little too strong. Busumbru sends it inside. Oh my! Trying a little bit too hard that time, Nsangu, to really send a statement. Kai Walker, good box out, Abi Adedo, to get that rebound. To the corner, 3 ball from the break. Oh, that's more like it from Tola Okiki. That's what we know him for. Triple goals.
Yeah, and that was so well needed. 8-0 run to start the quarter. This game's kind of almost out of reach, so if the minimum brand's going to come back into it, it needs to be now.
Yeah, they need some stops, they need some makes, but again, we've seen teams score in a hurry here. Kai Walker, though, making it look so easy underneath. Illias Taiwo with his hands outstretched. Where's the help? It wasn't coming. 31 plays, 47. Okiki has Taiwo cutting underneath. Abi Adedo trying to go to work on Nsangu. That's a great move to finish. Wasn't quite there. And there's the triple off the mark also. Kept alive by Okiki. Gray at the top. No good.
Watch out.
Nsangu sends a statement. Elliott Dadds with the alley-oop. Nsangu. Triple. Real nice, Tola Okiki.
It almost feels like every play you're just on edge for a highlight at the moment.
Good on the triple there from Busumbru. Changes coming next time by for both sides. Tola Okiki gets to his spot. Good ball movement. Gray can't get the triple to go. Nsangu, another rebound from him. He's on a double-double now, 14 and 10. Oh, that's taken a touch on the way through. Last touch by Tychique Nsangu. He knew basically nothing about it.
And I think the subs were quite happy. They'd stood up for a long time, a couple of them trying to get in the game to allow both teams to make some changes. But Tychique Nsangu is having a ball game.
He is absolutely box office, must-watch stuff. Say on a double-double with 2 assists also. Step back, Disu. That's important, that's good. Triple goes, 37 plays, 49, chipping away. Busumbru on the outside. TMB can get a stop here. It doesn't go. Oh, Kai Walker gets the rebound. Tries the lackadaisical finish. The two bigs come for Disu. They do get it away. Tola Okiki kicks to the corner. This is good ball movement. Korry Callum with the finish.
Yeah, and again, we've seen Callum just move around different finishes. That time a little scoop, but put a little bit extra height on it because he was worried about some shot blockers coming across. So Korry Callum, really strong game for TMB.
9 points personal for Callum. Corey Samuels can't go from outside. This is an important passage of play for TMB. Carey, has somebody got a touch in there? I think it was Claar. Triple is on the way. No good. Eynon flying in for the rebound. As it is, it's Kai Walker taking it the other way. Triple is nothing but nylon. James Claar. 14 points in the contest for him to go with 7 rebounds. Eynon, catch and shoot. Just a fraction too strong. Korry Samuels. Oh, and that is Carey's day done. Fouls out of the contest with 11 minutes 40 left in the ball game. Off the mark from Korry Samuels. So if they win it, good foul. Kai Walker though strips it, takes it the other way. TJ Hibbert trying to drive his way inside. Korry Callum.
Yeah, I'm not sure TJ Hibbert was the biggest fan of getting the ball in that spot.
Tola Okiki gets him jumping, puts up the triple, puts down the triple. As Kai Walker just kept on motoring into the front court.
That's one of them, it needs to go in, because if not, you're giving up a fast break layup the other way, but really good patience by Okiki. I think it's his 3rd or 4th triple of the game.
He's a good scorer, Tola Okiki. We'll check that one as Claar, hand in his face, couldn't finish, batted into the hands of Disu. 40 seconds left in the period, and puts down the triple. 45 plays 52. This has been a great second half of the quarter from TMB. As Busumbru has Kai Walker trying to get space underneath. Busumbru just comes off the dribble in the paint. No mistakes there.
That is so tough, going right and kind of fading away off the left-hand dribble. That's a high-level finish by Busumbru, much needed.
High-level player, Tola Okiki off the dribble himself, tries to go from outside. Busumbru putting on the jets, 1 second, puts up the shot, doesn't go. Tola Okiki slightly lucky not to get called for a foul there. You've seen them given 45. Plays 54 is your score after 30 minutes of play. The OT Boyz leading the way over TMB, but this game is alive in Brixton. We'll be back in 1 minute's time. Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024 Finals Day continues, and it's of course brought to you by the Hoopsfix Foundation. Back in Brixton, Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League Finals Day. OT Boyz lead TMB. Mikey, what have we seen in the stats?
Rebounds win games, and right now OT Boyz are dominating the glass. They've got 17 offensive rebounds and TMB only 20 defensive rebounds. So you're talking about nearly 50% of the misses, and it doesn't feel like the OT Boyz have missed a lot either. And Nsangu in particular having a strong game, but Kai Walker really trying to chip in as well. Double-double for him off the bench.
As that's off of the inbound pass, no good. And you know me, I like simple things sometimes. 48 rebounds total versus 27. That is a huge differential, whichever side of the floor it's coming off.
Yeah, and the other thing for the OT Boyz is they've done it by committee. 4 players in double digits through 3 quarters. Obviously Nsangu with the highlight plays, but seen so many people, including Busumbru, chip in, and there he gets fouled, trying to be aggressive again.
So the score is 45-54. I think that was an 8. So that would be Mathew Disu with the foul. It's going to be end line ball. Kai Walker with Tychique Nsangu in the contest. And if you're just joining us, you are going to watch this back for Tychique Nsangu. My word. He has had some highlight plays.
Hey, don't even need to watch the full game. We know those highlights will be dropping. Sam, obviously, you've seen him strolling around with a camera as well, getting some content, but so many videographers and photographers here to get some further. And obviously, we've got a couple of players mic'd up as well.
Yeah, it's going to be special on the socials, as it has been all summer league long. As he tried to force it inside Illias Taiwo. This is good ball rotation. The 3 ball from the top is a little bit too strong. Taiwo.
Again, and that's, again, just overcomplicating simple basketball. Just catch the ball. Don't need to make the highlight play there. Just be nice and solid. Keep the ball movement. You'll get another good look. And you can tell TMB are looking for Tola Okiki 5-3 so far. They were really hunting him.
Kai Walker skips it. Ooh, there's a whistle.
Let's just say we had a object on the court.
Object on the court. That will happen. On occasion. As Elliott Dadds checks in for Kai Walker. With rebounds, from a coaching point of view, Coach Hanson Morris here. If you can get one hand to it, can you catch it? Is that your general rule?
Not necessarily. It depends on the situation. Are you creating contact, physicality, whereabouts the ball is within the cylinder? You can't always get 2 hands to everything. Jordan Pickford will prove that point. But yeah, no, ideally you want to get there, but what you also don't want to do is leave Korry Samuels wide open.
Yeah, a little bit. Got lucky that time, did the TMB. I think Samuels equally got a bit lucky not to cough up an offensive foul going the other way. as a foul called on 7. That'll be Luke Busumbru making his first mark on my foul list of, well, not quite shame because it's part of the game. Tola Okiki to the charity stripe. He's a 1-4-2. And it goes down.
Yeah, and TMB are just done enough from the line to keep them going. They're 4 of 5 effectively in terms of makes, whereas OT Boyz 3 of 8, and obviously with one worth 2, it can add up really quickly in this summer league.
Korry Samuels, a little too strong, and Nsangu outside. Tola Okiki 17 points personal, leading his side. Samuels, no good. Nsangu also denied, that time by the rim. Illias Taiwo taking it the other way. That's
off his lovely orange sneaker.
Yeah, I thought that came off Luke Busumbru's lovely gold sneaker. Not entirely sure what colour we call that. Creamsicle. Anyway, Busumbru on the outside. Driving in, trying to generate the contact. 3 ball, no good from Samuel.
That's high level by Busumbru though.
Tola Okiki with a foul. Oh, foul is fouled by Korry Samuel.
I've seen them giving us some sportsmanlike
as well. We were both looking for the unsportsmanlike call. It did not come. Korry Samuels gets a little bit lucky there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there was much of a play on the basketball.
Not heaps. A little too strong there from Callum. To the top, it's Tola Okiki. Illias Taiwo into the paint inside. He was starting to mix it with some giants, and Nsangu was there as well. Busumbru, drive, kicks. Samuels finds Nsangu. Oh, Nsangu. And he thought it was tipped. The officials disagree. Backcourt violation, 47 plays 54, under 5 minutes to play in our second game of the day. More on the other contests later.
Am I right in thinking it's 2-0 in the first 5 minutes of quarter number 4?
Yes. You are indeed correct. Oh, trouble is the call. Carey, I think, is trying to get himself back in the contest.
No, he's coaching. He's playing coach.
Oh, that is a beautiful move. Jordan Gray got to his spot in the paint. Just floated back. Gorgeous finish.
It's one of them, it feels like a travel, but when you think about it, it's not. So, great finishes. Samuels again can't get the score going, but Nsangu has been dominant on the interior.
He has been absolutely immense for the OT Boyz. That is 16 points personal, 12 rebounds. In fact, I think that'll be 13 rebounds on that play. Step back at the stripe, no good. Who's there? It's Elliott Dadds. Plays it ahead for Luke Busumbru. Underneath, oh my, that's big bodies down low. Nsangu has it tipped away into the hands of Jordan Gray, and he very, very smartly draws the foul. Nsangu, I think he did a really good job generating that contact.
Yeah, indeed, and again, it's one of those moves. It's not a bad foul to really slow. I think we had a timeout.
Timeout has been taken.
No idea by who, but again, probably OT Boyz, because they've really lost momentum. They were really fluid on the offensive end through the first 3 quarters. 21, 16, 17. And yeah, just kind of lost their rhythm a little bit. But credit to TMB for just sticking with it, and right now you just need a couple of shots to go. They've really got some normal big scorers really struggling for some rhythm, so it'd be interesting if they can get Tola another look from 3 in particular, because he's really got a hot hand.
Yeah, Tola Okiki leading the way for his side. He's on 17 points. Mathew Disu, who's had a brilliant tournament all summer long, he's on 13 points. Those are the real standout. Korry Callum, he's got 9 in the contest so far. Mikey's going to talk us through the OT boys.
I think again it's more about committee things, but really you're probably looking for Busumbru to create a little bit. Again, it says only 2 assists, but you feel like he's the person that's kind of facilitated a lot, especially in situations where he's going to slow the ball down a little bit, run a little bit more clock. But we know 7-point game, 3:20 to go, anything can happen.
Absolutely, and we're not far away from fever time as the triple doesn't go for the second time.
Yeah, and that's the one you probably need if you're TMB, great shooter, wide open, but again, the guards have really struggled in this game. It's been big heavy in terms of scoring.
Off inside to Busumbru, back inside to Nsangu. Nsangu puts it down. Mikey's taken a bow. He called it. Good play from the big men. Disu finds Callum. Callum on the second attempt doesn't go. So the double comes off Samuels. Over the timeline to Nsangu. Busumbru back to Nsangu. Hands everywhere, no foul called. Claar kicks out. Elliott Dadds puts it up, puts it down. Beautiful finish off the glass.
Can we call advantage?
I suppose so. Oh, that's a great move to get him to the spot. I swear that was going down as we approach on 2 minutes. Inside and down. James Claar, the jam, the assist. Korry Samuels.
Yeah, beautiful connection, great vision by Samuels. Not had the best offensive game by his standards, but found underneath, and again, points in the paint is where the OT boys have won this. Claar's been great, but yeah, it's a well-deserved victory, it looks like it's going to be.
Well, don't say it's all done just yet. TMB, though, they do need a stop, and that is certainly not going to help as James Claar sinks the triple, and a substitution on the floor for TMB. Thing is, they had time, but they needed. It's that fine balance, isn't it? Of like, we need scores now, but we can in some way also afford to be a little bit patient. Like, how do you find that balance?
It's difficult, and obviously the first 3 out, the timeout was forced, but then they get a wide open one, doesn't go down. Suddenly you give up a basket, now it's 9, and it's always amazing how quick snowballs can happen late game. But yeah, I mean, the OT boys have played really well today.
Oh, they absolutely have.
And to be honest, they're probably a team where you thought they had enough talent to get out of the group. They were really unlucky on that 3-way head-to-head not to. And yeah, but you could quite easily have seen them in the final with the amount of talent they've got, especially with the way the bigs have stepped up in the last couple of weeks.
Elliott Dadds fouled in the act of shooting. He's going to go to the line to shoot. He'll shoot 2, actually, because we're in fever time. 1:02 left in the contest. Mikey has to get thinking about his players of the game from both sides. Yes, he does. 1:02 left as the first goes for Dadds.
What happens if I've already picked them?
He gets them both. 49 plays 67. Sent up the floor to Illias Taiwo. Wanted it back from Mathew Disu. Mathew Disu had points on his mind. Puts it down for 2. 15 personal for Disu. Triples on the way, just short from Samuels. .9 left in the contest. And again, fully expect them to go the full 40. The triple, a little bit too strong. Illias Taiwo gets the rebound. As Busumbru cannot believe he didn't get the foul. Another triple, Mathew Disu. 24.6 left on the clock. It's TJ Hibbert having a little bit of fun with it. The double comes, gets over the timeline. It's Busumbru. Still Busumbru. He's got a shooter in the corner and throws it between.
He's also got spectators in the crowd he was aiming at. But yeah, TJ Hibbert having some fun playing point centre. Clearly, obviously, he's having a little bit of fun to end the summer.
As that takes an unfavourable bounce, out of bounds. 6 seconds left on the game clock. As that's kept in play, Tola Okiki puts up the triple, and Hibbert is going to send it from half court and beyond. Doesn't go, doesn't change the result. The final score is 67-54. The OT Boyz, they finish 7th position. TMB, they finish in 8th at the 2024 Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League. Brought to you, of course, by the Hoopsfix Foundation. Mikey, who are your players of the game?
I think obviously for minimum brand, I think you're right, you hit it on the head. Mathew Disu, huge game. Obviously, Tola Okiki 5 threes, but I think Disu had a bit more of an overall impact on the roster. Really strong performance for him. Ended with 18 points and 4 boards. But for OT Boyz, again, it could have gone a number of ways, but Tychique Nsangu, got to give it to him. Highlight after highlight. Huge double-double, 18 and 15, and well-deserved. And OT Boyz, good value for their 7th place. And really almost a shock that roster finished in 7th, which is a testament to how strong this competition has been.
Oh, absolutely. And it's, you know, we see great names, great players, and they all come to play as well. They played the full 40, and that is what you're going to see at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. London United taking on Surrey Scorchers. So you've got about 20 minutes or so to get yourself mentally, physically and emotionally prepared for that. Silent Casseroles will follow against Hoopspace at 2:15. Emerald taking on Diamond, our women's final. That's at 3:30. And then Functional taking on Anked at 4:45. Mikey, thank you so much for being on the call on this one. In our first men's game of the day, the victors were the OT Boyz. They took it 67-54 over TMB. They finish in 7th here at the Hoopsfix Pro-Am Summer League 2024.
Game 2 of the day and another MVP in the books in the final week of the Hoopsfix Pro-Am. Here he is, Tychique Nsangu, my man. 18 points, double-double for you. Your team got the job done.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
It was good. I thought that we shouldn't be in this game anyways. We should have been a higher, ranking, but it's what it is. We had to do what we had to do, so it's good to get the win.
Well, that's the murmuring amongst the fans that have been watching. They're saying, how has this team made it to this position in the competition?
100%.
Well, what was the reason that you made it to
I
this
thought
point?
that was just the inconsistency of the players. Some guys were here one week, the other week they weren't. So it's like we didn't have a set foundation every single week. But we did what we could.
Final of the Pro-Am this year, and final week, should I say. How does it feel to be able to get up and down over these past 5 weeks?
No, 100%. It helps a lot, especially like pre-season, just getting up and down, play with guys that I've played with or played against as well. So it's been good.
And what's next for you this season? That's everybody's question.
Oh, not too sure, but we'll see. We'll see.
He knows, but he ain't telling us. What's that about? what's that about, Ty? We get exclusives here.
We'll see.
Oh.
But yeah, it'll be good though.
There you go, MVP, Tychique Nsangu, game number 2, got the job done, double-double. Here we go.
Appreciate it.